Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to part 72 of Let's Play SpellForce. In the last part, we were pretty much getting ready to enter the final stages of the game. I actually don't know. I am guessing they're the final stage of the game. I have no clue. But, I mean, they very well could be, ladies and gentlemen. They very well could be. So first things first, we got to go talk to Aonir, talk to a messenger. And then we're going to go fuck off to probably one of these two. Well, one of the, whatever the more, actually probably Aonir's, because I prefer the more here troops, so. Yeah, we'll probably be doing that one first, because the elves are fucking amazing. So, I don't think we've got any more equipment for you. Confirm travel to Mollendir, thank you. Shouldn't take too long to load, hopefully. But yeah, we'll be getting some good shit done. Hopefully we can get our revival charges back, because that is going to be the biggest pain in the ass, having no revival charges. But, I mean, we'll do what we can, ladies and gentlemen. We'll do what we can. I mean, that's really all you can do in the end, ladies and gentlemen. It's all you can do. There we go. Fucking hell. Gotta love the loading times sometimes, ladies and gentlemen. Gotta fucking love them. Fuck it, you know what? We're gonna go deal with the olive branch first. What the fuck does that look like? God, that looks gay. So, we'll see what this dickhead messenger has to say. Probably, probably some bullshit. You never know these days. They're all twats. Ah, yes. Exploring new parts of Mollendir just to get there. I keep forgetting I could teleport with the Godstones. I've got to remember that that's a fucking feature of the game, ladies and gentlemen. I really have. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yep, that sounds about right. I walked the wrong fucking way. If that didn't happen too often, ladies and gentlemen, I wouldn't have thought it was that common. See, look, Iskrim can get his entire body behind the shield.
Oh, great. Another one. How often do you want me to tell you? I'm not a spy, and I'm not with Purity.
Wait, you're their leader, aren't you? Corporal Tahar.
Yes?
Well, then maybe you can tell these fools to let me go. Blazes, I knew it was stupid to take that job.
So, who are you? And what were you doing in Farland's Hope?
As I told this bloody brute who captured me, I'm just a courier. And someone paid me to deliver a message to a Corporal Tahar. I had no idea it was the Corporal Tahar. And had I known, I would have told that guy who gave me the job to sod off.
Who was it?
Well, he was wearing a hood, so he obviously didn't want to be recognized, but He had a brown beard, was about your height, and had, I don't know how to put it, a certain sadness in his eyes.
But he didn't look dangerous and paid good coin, so I took it.
Can I see this message?
Oh, finally, someone who asks. Yes, it's in my coat pocket, and no, there's no poison in there to kill you.
Let me see. A meeting in Everlight. From a friend.
A friend, you see? Can I go now?
Yes. Go.
Thank you, Corporal. Thank you. Now, don't get me wrong, but I want to get out of here as soon as possible. Do you think your guards will let me through?
They will. Stay safe.
I'll try.
That was probably a bad idea, but oh well, I'm really fast. I'm good at making bad choices, so I don't have to worry about that. So we'll go talk to our Aonir now. Wait.
Yes?
Ah, Tahar. Good of you to come by.
Sure. You wanted to talk?
Yes. I'll be brief. While you were asleep, an elven messenger came by. Varden Merilith, one of the Moorhere scryers from Leafshade, sent him.
Merilith? What did he want?
Only that he needed your help. They, that is, he and a couple of his followers, seem to be somewhere deep in the Leafshade jungle, near the Halayish ruins.
The old Hibernian city. But what do they want there? That's dangerous.
I don't know, Tahar. We will need to find out.
Do we really have time for this?
That is something you will need to decide. But if we don't help, it might cause unrest within the Moorhere, who are fighting for us.
All right. We might look into this.
We should. Is there anything else you wish to discuss, Tahar?
Nope. Right, to the exit of this place. Where is... Nope.
Interesting.
Sake.
What's next? What do we need?
Alright, so it's one way. Fine, I'll fucking use the world map game. God damn it. Oh yeah, I don't even know to go in there. Why the fuck was I trying to go in there? Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, my brain just failed then. So I think we're going to go help, like I said, we're going to go help the Moorhere first, then the humans, then Bargagor if we get a chance. We do need to pop into Everlight to see the, what's it called? To see the friend. I mean, Foot of Bargagor is the closest, but I'm not that nice. Yeah, we'll go see this friend first.
I'll keep you
Right.
shielded.
Here goes nothing.
All right.
No.
We'll make short work.
No. Where is it? There he is.
As you
Of the few refugees who make it to Everlight, many are shocked to find that their troubles do not end there. Though its neutrality as a city-state left it largely unscathed during the Mage Wars, the city has its own mountain of problems to struggle with. The biggest ones being the ever-growing gap between the rich and the poor, an uncontrollable rise in crime, and the Purity of Light's aggressive crusade for new followers.
No, it's not really an aggressive crusade anymore. They kind of they're on the actual crusade part now. It's a little bit worse than they've got a crusade. No, they're on the crusade at this point. They're fucking balls deep inside of a crusade, ladies and gentlemen. Let's be honest. Or let's be frank. Not that it really matters or is going to be too big of an issue, I'd say.
Corporal? Now would you look at that?
I love fucking portals, ladies and gentlemen. So where's this suspected friend of mine? I don't have many friends. I mean, it's probably...
Tahar, over here.
Let's see. Bertrand, what? Did you send the message?
Well, otherwise I wouldn't be here, would I? And no, this isn't an ambush. The Harbinger doesn't know I'm here, and if he found out, well, it would get unpleasant. Look, Tahar, I don't know where to begin. I'm so sorry for what Lacaine did. Taking your mother, trying to kill you? It's horrible.
Did you know?
No, I didn't. He always spoke very highly of you, even though you were a mage. I don't think anyone within the Purity knew the bigger picture. But now that I do, it makes sense. He needs the power of the Shaper Woman to open the gate. I just don't understand why he would try to kill you. By guiding the Harbinger to the Shaper Woman and ending the Bloodburn, you serve the All-Father, just as he foresaw it.
Well, he also foresaw himself killing me. Then why are you here? Have you broken ties with the Purity?
What? No, of course not. I'm here because I'm worried about you. I know what you are planning to do, taking back Greyfell. You can't win this, Tahar, and all you will achieve is cause even more suffering. Aonir will return. It's a divine plan, and it is the Purity's responsibility to see it through. The longer you struggle, the more bloodshed you will cause.
We will cause. We aren't the ones hunting down mages, conquering cities, and forcing our faith down other people's throats.
Blazes, Tahar! Do you really think this is easy for me? I know we were forced to do some things you might have trouble understanding, but it is for the greater good. As the Harbinger once said, this world, it's like an ulcer, a cancerous growth. The only way to change it is by cutting off the ulcer, and that is always painful. So yes, I know there are people who might consider us evil, but that's because they don't see the bigger picture. They don't see the beauty that lies ahead if only we cleanse this world and open the gates. In 100 years from now, we will be remembered as pioneers, as heroes, whereas you will be the ones who stood in the way of change, only because you refused to see the truth.
You don't even have proof, for heck's sake. All you have is some madman's prophecies of some vague fantasy world, and yet you use it to justify the murder of thousands.
It's not a fantasy! Damn it, Tahar! If you would have seen what I have, you would fall down on your knees and ask the All-Father for forgiveness for what you just said. But it's always like that. The key to a peaceful world was always in our hand, yet we don't use it, simply because we refuse to see.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but there is no solution. The Harbinger attacked Mullendir, and his intent is to hunt down every single mage on Io. We have no choice.
You do. You could run.
What?
I said you could run. You and your friends. Disband your army, go into hiding, conceal your magic until it is all over and the All-Father has returned. The waves will calm. I just know it. Then you will see that we were right, and no one else needs to die.
Apart from the ones who refuse to give up, or who are unlucky enough to be hunted down by your Lightbringers.
They could do the same. And if only they had a hint of reason, they would. Only a fool tries to fight the troll with a sword made of wood.
What would the Harbinger do if I told him of this meeting?
You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't stab someone in the back who tried to help you.
I can't, Bertrand. I don't get how you don't see this, but the Purity is a threat for all of Io. I can't and won't let them murder more people.
Well, I had a feeling you would say that. Then it seems the only way to settle this is more bloodshed. I never imagined it would ever come to that, you know? And I hope it hadn't.
Well, we leveled up. Okay. Let's get ourselves some more strength for Yiria. Well, just get better at healing people and, yep. Iskrim. Just go intelligent and, oh, Undergast, you're already amazing, I mean. Willpower, right. There we go. Well, fuck you, what's your face? Can't remember your name. Bertrand, you're a retard, asshole, and a cunt. So let's just move on. We'll just have to live without them. Or we'll have to go without our friend, who really is not a friend at this point. He's just an idiot. Same party, thank you.
When the sun shines onto the turquoise marble of Old Halayish, it is difficult not to admire the greatness of what was once the largest Hibernian city on Io. Only the story of its creation may dampen an explorer's enthusiasm. Like most Hibernian cities, it was built on the backs of slaves.
Look. Not saying you are wrong, but maybe now wasn't the best time to cause turmoil among your people, don't you think?
There was no way I could have known this would happen.
Maybe not. Maybe you could have. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Seems your allies have arrived. You're Tahar, aren't you? Silverhand is pleased to meet you.
Careful, Tahar. This man's aura is overwhelming.
It is indeed, but that doesn't mean he wants to harm you.
He?
Him. Silverhand. The man you were talking to.
Okay. What was that? Did you just...
Send you a message. Yes, he is a dreamweaver. But don't worry, it doesn't mean that he can read your thoughts. All he can do is transfer them to you, and only if you're close by.
Who are you?
Just call him Silverhand. Most people do. He's a friend of the elves, you might say, particularly of the brown blood Moorhere kind. And he's here because his friend Varden Merilith told him they had gotten themselves into trouble once again. Arlen Finrior, the first scryer of Lathwen, has disappeared.
Ran off? I think that's a better way to put it. But let's talk in the outpost. Follow me.
But the fuck you go. They want the fine.
All right. So, where do we begin? The corruption hit again, harder than before.
But why? We cleaned the pools, didn't we?
You did, yes. But as it turns out, that was only temporary. After you left, the corruption came back with a vengeance. So far, we have lost over a dozen hunters to it. Then, one night, Arlen Finrior ran off, just like that.
Why would he do that?
Well, he left a note. To cure the corruption.
There's more to it, though. Silverhand hasn't told Varden yet, but he can feel it.
I see. So you're here to find Arlen, is that it? And that's what you need our help for?
Yes, despite Silverhand and his mages, the jungle turns out far more perilous than anticipated. There's corrupted, there's those beasts, and there's purity, as they like to style themselves. Silverhand would call them self-important blockheads.
So what do you need us to do?
The same you did in Leafshade. Find the cause of the corruption and end it. And of course, find Arlen if he's still alive. If we don't settle that matter, we don't have a choice but order the troops we provided you with back to us.
Not to mention that the corruption might spread, which, after this land just lived through the Bloodburn, would be an unfortunate development indeed.
Any idea what the Purity is doing here?
None. They seem to be peaceful, as far as that can ever be said about them. Maybe you'll find out.
All right. I'll scout the jungle for traces of Arlen and the source of the corruption. You stay here and make sure your camp is safe.
Good to hear. Thank you, Tahar. I mean it. We'll hold our position.
Though Silverhand might reach out to you every now and then. We shall see.
Fair enough. Stay safe.
What is it?
Alright.
Alright, why not?
So, got a nice little base here. Oh yeah, we need to go get that Godstone. And that's where we're going to end the part once we've got the Godstone. We'll get into this more in the next session, because I've got other stuff to do today, so we need to obviously end the session here once we get this Godstone.
So, that man can talk in our thoughts.
So it seems. He's a dreamweaver, like Iana.
Huh. Scary.
Fine.
Not really. I mean... yeah, it's kind of annoying. You know, it's kind of weird, I'll give you that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next part. See you guys then.